नमस्कार लाइव क्लास को स्वागत करुछि मु शुभश्री महापात्र। जीविका बिना जेमिति जीवन असंभव, शिक्षा बिना सेमिति भविष्य गठन मध्य असंभव। अर्थात जीविका और शिक्षा उभय जीवन गठनर प्रमुख अंग। मात्र कोरोना महामारी जोगु शिक्षार गाड़ी बहुत प्रभावित होइछि। यार अर्थ नुहे जे स्थिति एमिति बलवत्तर रहिबो। तेणु पिलांक भविष्य गठनर से गाड़ीर सारथी आज जी ओडिशा साजिछि। लाइव क्लास जरिया राज्यर अगणित विद्यार्थी को घरे बसी पढ़िबार सुजोग देछि जी ओडिशा। तेबे आमर ए प्रयास एमिति जारी रहिबो। प्रतिदिन दक्ष शिक्षक माने पिलांक क्लास नेबे और तांक प्रश्नर उत्तर रखिबे। तेबे आसंतु आरंभ करिबा आजिर लाइव क्लास। आजिर विषय रहिछि दशम श्रेणी इंग्राजी। क्लास नेबे नबा किशोर साहू सर।
Hello my dear children. Today perhaps it is my last class of the ongoing phase of teaching you English and also other subjects of the class 10 students. I am really very much delighted and happy to be particularly on this podium on behalf of the OSSTA as well as the Zee Odisha, whose combined effort have brought all the distinguished and the celebrated teachers of the state to this particular forum. Today, I will be very much happy if I impart you some good instructions or impart you some quality educations regarding the use of the essentials of grammar. My dear children, these essentials of grammar means it is your subject related vocabulary as well as the language work. Remember, vocabulary and language work, these are the two major pillars of grammar. Your vocabulary language work, they are of greater importance for you in whatever you do, whatever the competitive examinations you appear, and whatever even you write or the talk or communicate with various types of people coming from various spheres of life. Okay? So today, I just simply don't want to waste your valuable time or the precious time, because as it is my last class of the ongoing classes, being combinedly being sponsored by the your Zee Odisha as well as the OSSTA. So that is why I simply don't want to waste your trespass on your valuable time. Today, from your one topic, what I remember, the important topic that comes at the last leg of your prose. Last leg of your prose section, that is the festivals of Northeast India. You would better remember, in Northeast India, we have 8 states in Northeast part. In the northeast part of India, we have 8 states, but here we are purely concentrating on the 7 states. As you know, your Sikkim is geographically not a part of the Northeast India, because it is separated by Siliguri corridor. Siliguri is in West Bengal. It is separated by a corridor that is called Siliguri corridor in West Bengal. That is why now we are focusing particularly on the 7 hill states of Northeast India. And today, right from the beginning of the vocabulary exercise or the word use, I am simply focusing my attention, my children, particularly the use of hardly. Remember, it is the vocabulary sections of your grammar. Your prose related grammar section, it is the vocabulary. Then I have to switch over to the language study. It is called the vocabulary. Vocabulary means it is the skill of the word or the word use. It is also otherwise known as word use. My dear children, you just notice what is the vocabulary. Vocabulary means it is about the skill of the words, or it is about the skills or the techniques of using various types of English words in different types of uses. Okay? So what is the use? What is the use of adverb? First, we come to the discussions of hardly. So what is the meaning of hardly? Remember, my children, here a particular sentence has been given. If you have your textbooks, my dear children, you can have, or you can turn to the page number 58 of your book, where we have just in the beginning of the column, in the section number B, we have word use. Remember, this word use is called vocabulary or the word skill or the techniques of words. So what is used? Here, this particular sentence has been given in the page number 58, hardly a month passes in the 7 states. Hardly a month passes in the 7 states. Remember, in the 7 states without a festival or two. Without a festival or two. My dear children, you just notice this sentence. Hardly a month passes in the 7 states. 7 states means 7 Northeast Indian states. Hardly a month passes in the 7 states without a festival or two. Remember, the name of the topic is Northeast festivals of India or festivals of Northeast India. First, I am putting my focus on the vocabulary. Remember, my children, vocabulary means it is the use of the words or the skills of the use of the words or the technicalities of using words. So, what is the first sentence? Hardly a month passes in the 7 states without a festival or two. Here, you just underline. This particular word is underlined. What is this word? This word is called hardly. H-A-R-D-L. What is this hardly? Out of 8 part of speech, hardly is an adverb. My dear children, you just notice hardly is an adverb. Then in what sense we use hardly? Remember, this particular word hardly, which is an adverb. Adverb means in Odia's grammar it is called kriya visheshan. Je visheshan ku, je kriya pada ku, ebong onyo eko kriya visheshan ku visheshita kare. So hardly is an adverb. So now your sentence begins with hardly. The sentence is hardly a month passes in the 7 states without a festival or two. So in what is the meaning that comes from the use of the word hardly, which is an adverb? Remember, my children, it is a negative adverb. Here hardly is a negative adverb. So what do we mean negative? Negative is the opposite of a positive. So if you want to make another sentence from this sentence, so what will be the answer? The answer is that in almost every month, actually here hardly means in almost every month, or hardly is used to sense in almost every month. Remember, in almost every month, then that means almost every month there is a festival or two in the northeast states of India. So this is the meaning that is coming from the use of hardly. Pila adverb hardly use dwara a meaning ta asuchi je in almost every month there is a festival or two in northeast India. Seithipai etaku kahuchi je bharatara uttara purba rajya re mukhyata 7 uttara purba rajya re एभली कौन सी गोटे मास नहीं जेउठारे कौन से पर्व पर्वाणी पालित हुए नहीं तार अर्थ होउची जे उत्तर पूर्व भारतर एई 7 राज्य रे प्राय प्रत्येक मास रे गोटे ना 2टी पर्व पर्वाणी पालित हुए. This is the meaning. So hardly is the negative adverb. This means in almost every month there is a festival or two in the northeast states of India. So my dear children, you remember hardly is a negative adverb. When you use hardly, remember the sense of negation comes. When you use the adverb hardly, हम जेतरे hardly adverb व्यवहार करू ये गोटे नास्ति सूचक अर्थ बा नाहीर अर्थ प्रकाश करे. That is why you don't use hardly with not. Because if you use hardly with not or no, definitely your double negatives comes. Double negative comes means the sentence is grammatically wrong. पिला माने तुम्हें हाली सहित जदि नॉट बा नो व्यवहार करिबा ताले डबल नास्ति सूचक अर्थ प्रकाश पाउछ. नास्ति माने जोटा कि नाही अर्थ को प्रकाश करे. That is why your sentence is unacceptable or it is ungrammatical or grammatically wrong बा व्याकरणगत दृष्टिरु सेटा भूल. So remember, hardly is a negative adverb. Hardly means in almost every month means in almost every month means in every month there is always a festival or two in the northeast India. Oh, another very interesting things. If hardly refers to not or no, that means hardly means not or no. Hardly does not go with not or no. Hardly ର ଅର୍ଥ କୁ ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ ତୁମେ କହୁଛ କ୍ୱଚିତ, and hardly means scarcely. Hardly means rarely. Hardly means barely. So these are the adverbs, negative adverbs. Even these are called the adverbs of a frequency because they always give the answer of the question how often, kete thara. So when the adverbs answer the questions how often, or if you put the question how often to the verb or to the adjective, you get the adverb hardly. So hardly means scarcely, rarely, barely. The Oriya term of hardly is called kwachit. Actually, the meaning of hardly is not kwachit. Actually, kwachit is a word which is related to hardly. So hardly does not go with not or no. Hardly is the negative adverb. Hardly means scarcely, rarely, barely. So definitely use the adverb. Our adverb hardly goes with any. If I say I have no money in the pocket, that means I have hardly any money in the pocket. Mo pocket re pray paisa nahi. प्राय जहाँ को कहूँ virtually but almost अर्थ होची प्राय. So if I say I have almost no friends in the school, that means I have hardly any friends in the school. But remember, don't use no or not with hardly, otherwise a double negative comes. So I have, if I say I have almost no friends in the college, that means I have hardly any friends in the college. If I say uncle, another sentence, if I say uncle, UNCLE, uncle does not come often to our house. Uncle does not often come to our house. So you plus does not often. So does not often means hardly. Uncle does not often come to our house, or does not often, or does not come often to our house, or does not often come to our house, or does not come to our house often. Often also is the adverb of frequency. And a frequency ki bujhai barambarata ko. So what will be the adverb? So uncle hardly. Yes or no? Then you delete the auxiliary verb does for the present simple. Present simple by auxiliary verb does ku dei degi pila verb re s add kar deba. Kai s add karibo? Because uncle is the third person singular number. Uncle is the subject, uncle is a noun, uncle is the third person singular number. So what should be the answer? Uncle hardly comes to our house. Uncle hardly comes to our house. So you simply drop a does not and often. Because the does not often means hardly. Mamu ama ghar ko barambar asanti nahi. Tar arth hochi mamu ama ghar ko kochit asanti. केबे केमिति आसंती जाको तुमे कहबा प्रायत्व नुहे मु प्योरली इट इज नॉट प्योरली a negative expression virtually almost there is no chance of my uncle coming to our house. So in that sense we use hardly. So hardly often goes with any. If I say I have hardly any money in the pocket, if you see my children, if you see I have hardly any money in the pocket, remember I have hardly any money in the pocket. That means I have no money in the pocket. I have almost no money in the pocket. Try mo pocket re paisa nahi. That is why I say I have hardly any money. So here hardly is the negative adverb and it is used after the main verb have. Here have is not the auxiliary verb because it is the single verb in the sentence. ये वाक्य रे एकमात्र क्रिया. वाक्य रे एकमात्र क्रिया टा सबु बेले main verb जेहेतु तार निजस्व अर्थ थाए. So I have hardly any money in the pocket. So hardly goes with any. Hardly also goes with ever. If you use hardly, hardly also goes with ever. Can they ever? If I say he does not go to the pictures often. He does not go to the pictures often. Yes, does not go. So you have to omit it does not go as well as often. Because it does not go often means hardly. He does not go to the pictures often. से अधिकांश समय फिल्म देखी जाए नहीं तार अर्थ होची से क्वचित फिल्म देखी जाए केबे केमिति फिल्म देखी जाए सो व्हाट शुड बी द आवर आंसर इफ यू हार्डली ही हार्डली then by dropping does you have to add verb s he hardly goes why goes should be used s because he is the tpsn third person singular number in the present simple tense if there is the present simple tense of the main verb you have to use s or es after the main verb if your noun or the pronoun in the subject part is in the third person singular number. So here he is the third person singular number. That is why for he you have to use goes by adding es. So he hardly goes to the pictures. That is the answer. So he hardly go to the pictures means he does not go to the picture often. He does not always go to the picture. That means he hardly goes to the picture. So my dear children, you just remember when you use hardly, it always expresses a negative expression or a negative meaning. That is why don't use no or not with hardly. No एवं not को पिला माने केवल hardly सहित व्यवहार करिबो नाही. Hardly ର अर्थ होची क्वचित बा केबे केमिति बा very rarely or barely or scarcely. Here lots of questions are there. Suppose if I say I saw almost none in the darkness. If you have got your textbook, you can refer to the question number 1 in the page number 58. I saw almost none in the darkness. So omit almost none. Almost none. Remember, if there is no, if there is almost, if there is none, if there is no one, if there is nobody, you have to omit these words by hardly any. Remember, hardly any. This is the rule. You just remember this rule. If your sentence has no, almost, no one, nobody, none, you have to use hardly plus any, because no should be replaced by any. I have already told you, hardly does not go with no, hardly does not go with none. So definitely hardly goes with any. So no should be changed into any. If I say I have almost no friends in the school, that means I have hardly any friends in the college, in the school. If I say mother has almost no sugar in the jar, mother has almost no sugar in the jar, that means mother has a hardly any sugar in the jar. Jar re mahankara pray chisi chini nahi. That means mother has hardly any sugar in the jar. So you have to omit almost. You have to omit also no. So the answer should be hardly any. By omitting no, negative, nobody, no one, no should be replaced by any, and hardly should be used. So omitting these types of words, you have to use hardly any. But it is not mandatory that hardly always goes with any. यह बाध्यतामूलक पिला नुहे जे हार्डली सब एनी सहित बसिबो. If there is no, if there is none, if there is no one, if there is nobody, then this no should be replaced by any. Otherwise, different types of sentences. If I say uncle does not come to our house often, that means uncle hardly comes to our house, because there is no, so there is no nothing but any व्यवहार करा गलानी. If I say uncle does not come to our house often, मामू आम घर को बारंबार आसेनी, that means मामू आम घर को क्वचित आसंती. Uncle comes to our house, that means uncle hardly comes to our house. Remember, but if there is no or none, you have to use hardly any. Otherwise, simply use hardly after the subject. That is the correct. Then sentence number 2, the team could not score any goal. That means the team could score hardly any goal by omitting not. Not could they hardly any goal. Question number 3, the beggar has nothing to eat. So answer is the beggar has hardly anything. So nothing should be replaced by anything. Yes, sir. No should be replaced by any. I have already told you. See, if I say the beggar has nothing to eat, the answer is the beggar has hardly anything to eat. So hardly anything is equal to nothing. Hardly anybody is equal to nobody. Hardly none is equal to nobody. Hardly none. Almost no means hardly any. That is why. Number 4, many cities do very little to check air pollution. Because वायु प्रदूषण को रोकिबा पाई विभिन्न बड़ बड़ सहर से किसी करू नाहंती. That means many cities hardly do anything. So here any is used by omitting very little. Yes or no? So very little means hardly. Yes or no? Very little means कौन? प्राय नुहे. So you have to omit very little and use hardly. That means many cities hardly do anything to check air pollution. Number 5, I know her very slightly. That means I hardly know her. So what should we drop? I mean, how could drop kariba? Now very slightly, because very slightly expresses the negative meaning like hardly. So you have to omit one word having negative meaning and you have to use hardly. Yes or no? So very slightly means hardly. So you have to omit very slightly and use hardly. So the answer is I hardly know her. Number 6, working children have almost no chance to enjoy. That means working children have hardly any chance. You have to omit almost. You have to omit no. So almost no doubt here, answer is hardly any. Same meaning. So working children have no chance to enjoy. Number 7, there was almost no sugar in the jar. That means there was hardly any sugar. So no is replaced by any and hardly for no. Yes, almost. Samita can't wait for her birthday. Samita tar birthday ko apeksha kare rahi paribani. That means Samita can hardly wait for her birthday by omitting not. So by omitting no or not, use hardly. And in case of using hardly, you have to almost omit no, almost, none, nobody, no one, etc. Very interesting thing, my dear children, I am telling you. I have already told you, hardly means barely, hardly means scarcely, hardly means seldom, hardly means rarely. The Odia term of hardly is kochit, but remember that it is not the Odia meaning of hardly. Hardly is used to mean kochit. Kochit अर्थ को बुझेबा पाई hardly व्यवहार करा जाए. But the meaning of hardly is not kochit, because such type of adverbs, they don't have their Odia meanings. एभली प्रकार adverbs बोले क्रिया विशेषण गुड़िकर कौन सी Odia meaning नहीं. पिला माने एटा को भल रूपे माने रख. Another very interesting example said, सब बेले पिला मन रख, no, if I say not or any, almost no, not versus no is equal to hardly any. You do always remember, by omitting no, by omitting not, by omitting almost, by omitting very little, yes, very little, you use, remember my dear children, you can use what? Hardly, by omitting almost, by omitting not, by omitting no, by omitting very little, by omitting slightly, even slightly, S-L-I-G-H-T-L-Y, slightly, you can use hardly. And when you use hardly, always remember, you have to use, omit no or not. And in case of no or not, you have to use any. If there is no or not, you have to use any after hardly. Otherwise, you have to simply omit almost, very little, slightly, and use hardly. If I say, last, Samita can't wait for her birthday, that means Samita can hardly wait for her birthday by omitting not. So by omitting not, no, almost, very little, slightly, use hardly. But by omitting not or no, you have to specially use any, because hardly goes with very. Dear my children, there is a commercial break, and after the commercial breaks, I am rejoining you. Till then, you just enjoy your class and think properly about my next teaching. Okay, thanks. Hello, my dear children. Welcome back to Zee Odisha. Welcome back to Zee Odisha. I am just switching over to another very important discussion on homophones. That is the second phase of my discussion on vocabulary. Pilamane vocabulary next phrase ta ko ame padhiba, that is called homophones. What is this word? Homophones. Remember my dear children, what is homophone? Homo means same and phone means sound. Home means home, same sound is equal to homophones. That means words having same sounds, words having same sounds with different meanings, words having same sounds with different meanings, understand, and spelling with different meaning and spellings are called homophones. So homo means same and phone means sound. Sound English means pronunciation. ଯାହାକୁ ତୁମେ ପିଲା କହୁଛ ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ ଉଚ୍ଚାରଣ ତା ମାନେ ଦୁଇଟି ଶବ୍ଦ ତାର ଅର୍ଥ ଅଲଗା ହେଇପାରେ ତାର ସ୍ପେଲିଂ ମାନେ ବନାନ ଅଲଗା ହେଇପାରେ କିନ୍ତୁ तार उच्चारण बोले शब्द जदि एक प्रकार है सही प्रकार जुगल शब्द को आम कह होमोफोन्स. सो होमो मीन्स ऑलवेज रिमेंबर माय डियर चिल्ड्रेन, होमो मीन्स सेम एंड साउंड्स मीन्स प्रोनाउंसिएशन, फोन मीन्स प्रोनाउंसिएशन. सपोज भाई से like I knew you, KNEW, I knew you. So knew is the verb, is in the past simple tense. Past simple means it is the verb too. So knew is the past simple tense. I knew you. ମୁଁ तुमको जानी थी. Understand? Next, this pen is new. This pen is new. New is also adjective. So here new is a verb having past simple. Here new is an adjective. Adjective means modifying the noun pen. Pen को modify करूची बा pen को विशेषिता करूची बा pen संपर्क रे अधिक करी कहूची. So here new is a verb. Here new is an adjective. The spelling is totally different. The meanings are different, but the sound is the same. So these two words are called homophones. New, these two words are homophones. Remember, another very interesting word. Do you know, my dear children? Pair. P-A-I-R, pair, P-A-R-E, pair. So what is the difference? The difference you can clearly notice. Here the spelling is P-A-I-R, whereas in the second word the spelling is P-A-R-E. But the pronunciation is totally different. So pair, pair means two. But here pair means cut. What do you cut? Cut nails. N-A-I-L-S, nails. And here pair is a noun. But here pair is a verb. Remember, if I say, please pair your nails. So here what is the spelling of pair? And what type of homophone should be used here? The word is pair. P-A-R-E. Pair your nail means, please cut your nails. But don't use cut. In the sense of cut, you have to use pair. Please pair your nails means दयाकरी तुम्हारा नख काटी दियो. पिला माने केबे हेले कि नख काटिबा को कट कहबनी. गाय काटिबा को जे बुचर. घास काटिबा को जे माउ द ग्रास. सूता काटिबा को जे स्पिन द थ्रेड. पक्षीर पर काटिबा को जे क्लिप द विंग्स. धर्म काटिबा को जे डिडक्ट द पेमेंट और सैलरी. Deduct. काटिबा आउ तुमार है कि बहीटी भल कटुची माने बहीटी भल बिक्री होउची द बुक इज सेलिंग लाइक हॉट केक्स ए क्षेत्र में मध्य है कि कटिबा बापा गछटी को कटई देले फादर कट डाउन द ट्री और फादर हार्ड द ट्री कट डाउन दयाकोरी डाल गुटी को काटी दियो प्लीज प्रून द हेजेस और प्रून द ब्रांचेस सेठी प्रून अर्थ होउची मध्य काटिबा विभिन्न अर्थ मध्य है कि काटिबा अछि तार जरटी कटुची हिज फीवर इज सबसाइडिंग और रेमिडिंग शिक्षक मोर दरमा शिक्षक मोर नाटी कटिगला माय नेम स्ट्रक अप द रोल स्ट्रक अप माने होची स्कूल रो अटेंडेंस बोले उपस्थान रो ना कटि जिबा सो वी हैव डिफरेंट इडियोमेटिक यूजेस ऑफ द वर्ड पेयर बट रिमेंबर हियर पेयर मीन्स टू केमिति आई हैव ए पेयर ऑफ शूज आई हैव ए पेयर ऑफ शूज सो हियर पेयर मीन्स टू शूज मीन्स लेफ्ट पैड एज वेल एज द राइट पैड I have a pair of scissors, left pad and right pad. He has a pair of binoculars. So pair means something that consists of two. जोड़ा दुईटे को नहीं गिवे that is called pair. But here pair is a verb. Please pair your nails. So these two words are called homophones. Remember, my children, this is called homophone. Another very interesting word. The word is reason. R-E-A-S-O-N. Another word is the reason. Please mark these two words. These two words have same pronunciation. These two words have same sound. Reason. But here reason is a noun. Another reason is a noun because noun is a naming word. So reason means cause. Reason means factor. The Odia term is called karana. But here a reason means area or a zone. Z-O-N-E zone. Jahaku pila tume kaucha anchal. In which region of the state do you live? Now I live in Balasore. I live in Puri. I live in Cuttack, etc. And what is the reason of your failure? That means what is the cause of your failure? Yes or no? So here different words, different meanings, different spellings, but same sound. So words having same sounds are called homophones. Remember, now I am discussing the homophones. You please look at your books and correct the wrong words. Assam is a state in the northeast region of India. So what should be the answer? It should be region, R-E-G-I-O-N. Number 2, Losar is a new year festival in Arunachal Pradesh. But here, you just notice the sentence. Losar is a new year, but the misspelled word is called E-A-R. It should be answer Y-E-A-R. Yes, sir? Number 3, people pray gods for prosperity. What do you mean by prosperity? Prosperity means progress or development. What type of development? It is the financial prosperity or monetary prosperity. Jagu tume kocho arthika samruddhi. But the mistaken word is pray. P-R-E-Y, pray. You please notice, my children. P-R-E-Y, pray. Here pray is a, what other word is the pray? If I say we pray to God every day, here pray is a verb. सबुदिन आम ईश्वर को प्रार्थना करूँ सो इट इज अ वर्ब शोइंग एक्शन बट दिस इज द प्रे इफ आई प्रे मीन्स द डियर द लायन इज अ बीस्ट ऑफ प्रे सो हियर प्रे मीन्स हंटिंग सो हियर प्रे इज ऑल्सो ए नाउन एंड प्रे इज ऑल्सो ए वर्ब द नाउन फॉर्म ऑफ अ प्रे इज कॉल्ड प्रेयर. So P-R-A-Y, pray. If I say I pray to God, so pray is a verb in the present simple tense. But P-R-E-Y, pray, it is means hunting and it is a noun. The lion is a beast of a prey means the lion always kills or haunts other smaller animals and eats their flesh. Understand? So these two words are homophone. Another interesting word, the women and children are given a sumptuous feast. Here the word, my dear children, notice. The mistaken word or the wrongly used word is called feast. Yes, sir. Hello.
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 Sir, namaskar.
हाँ नमस्कार.
देवी प्रसाद पंडा जगतसिंहपुर कहूँ.
हाँ कौन कौन सर?
Sir, जगतसिंहपुर देवी प्रसाद पंडा.
Devi Prasad Panda. Hello, welcome you to the G Dias. What's your problem?
Assam is state in the northeastern region of India.
हाँ. मुताबिक सेटा कहले बा से रीजन टा होचे कारण दे देछि. किंतु हमर अब नॉर्थ ईस्ट रीजन R-E-G-I-O-N रीजन माने अंचल. Understand my point?
आगे सर.
So you have to omit reason R-E-G-O-N. हमर एटी अंचल दरकार कारण हला कि भारतर उत्तर पूर्व अंचल रे आसाम गोटिया राज्य. तेणु अंचल इंग्लिश होचे रीजन R-E-G-I-O-N. So region means area or the zone. So it should be your answer. Understand my point? Yes. People were sumptuous feast. Now understand. What is the feast? One word, the mistaken word or the wrongly given word is, my dear children, feast. What is the word about feast? Here feast means, what is the feast, you remember? Do you know what is the meaning of the feast here? It is only the combination of 4 letters. F-I-S-T, feast. If I say, please look at my feast. Here the question is that the women and children are given a sumptuous feast. Here the feast means grip, G-R-I-P, grip, and this is a noun because it is a naming word, because this is the part of the hand. When you close your 4-5 fingers, that becomes a grip. It is my grip. I am showing you my grip. I am displaying my grip. This is a grip. Grip means hatha mutha. This is a noun. This is a naming word. My dear children, remember. But here we have another word that is called FEST, feast. It is also a noun because it is also a naming word. But feast means hello.
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 Pranam.
Pranam.
Sir, pair जो कोइले sir सेटा meaning टा ठीक होइले.
कोटा गला pair कहि दोछि. Okay. So here feast. FEST, feast is a noun. Feast means if I say I joined the feast yesterday. गतकाली मु feast रे जोग देइथिली. So what do you mean by feast? Feast means food taken together or eaten together. एकत्र जो भोजीटा पिला माने आमे खाऊ तर भोजी का कुआ जाए जाकू भोजन करा जाए भूज धातुरु आसीछि तेणु फूड टेकन टुगेदर इज कॉल्ड ए फीस्ट जाकू तुमे कहछो पार्टी डिनर लंच एटसेट्रा इट इज कॉल्ड फीस्ट एंड FIST फीस्ट इज द ग्रिप र अर्थ होउछि हाथ मुठा. सो देखो पिला माने मीनिंग डिफरेंस आसुछि स्पेलिंग डिफरेंट आसुछि किंतु साउंड सेम फीस्ट फेस्ट. So that is why these two words are called homophones. हाँ एठी हमर गोटे पिला कहले सर आउ थरे टिके बुझेई दियंतु PAIR pair PARE pair. Remember my boy PARE hello. Remember here PARE pair. PAIR pair is a noun and pair means consisting of two and PRE pair means verb. Pair means caught nails, only nails, nothing else, only nails. If I say I have a pair of shoes, that means I have pair of shoes means I have shoes on the left side, on the right foot, for the left foot, for the right foot. So if something consists of the two, we call a pair of shoes, a pair of binoculars, a pair of scissors, a pair of spectacles. More dekhucho pila chashma. You just look at me, amu aku kahibini kebele this is a spectacle, this is a pair of glasses or pair of spectacles because left part, right part. So when something consists of both left and right or both the two, we call it a pair. Pair is a noun. Jahaku jugala ba jodiye kaucha. Pair means verb. Jar arth hochi cut nails. Please pair your nails. Daya kare tomaro nakho kati diyo. Why don't you pair your nails? Tuma nakho katu no kahigi. So pair means cut nails. Understand? Okay. Another. So feast is over. Next question is that people worship God. The answer should be feast. So it should be FEST feast. Feast mane bhojana. The feast could be dinner, the feast could be lunch. And the word is used, adjective is called sumptuous. Sumptuous means tasty. Sumptuous means tasty. Sumptuous means dainty. Sumptuous means palatable. Jahaku tume pila Odia re kohucho swadishta. These three are the synonyms of the word tasty. Swadishta kohucho. Okay, another call. Hello.
Sir, namaskar.
Namaskar.
सर दीदी हार्ड लिटर सेंटेंस आगर ना कि तन कोन कराबो
सेंटेंस जदी वाक्यर मूलर हार्डली बसिला तो
हां
ओके हां ठीक अछि तमर लेकर पिला जो कहि छी हार्डली ए मंथ इन द 7 स्टेट पैसेज विदाउट ए फेस्टिवल और टू हार्डली मींस देयर इज नॉट ए सिंगल मंथ You can use hardly. सेटा सेंटेंस रो नेचर अनुसार पिला तुमे hardly मध्य मूले बसई पारिबो तले hardly a month passage रो अर्थ होची not a single month passage. That means there is almost every month. गोटिए मास मध्य जाएनी माने प्राय प्रत्येक मास रे गोटिए बा दुईटी फेस्टिवल हुए. Understand my point? Next आ गोटा पिला hardly अछि तुमे जदी जानिबा को चाहौ मु जणी दउची सपोज एमती आ गोटा भारी इंग्लिश रे इंटरेस्टिंग अछि hardly did the peon ring the bell. Hardly did the peon ring the bell, then the prayer began or started. Okay. Ei bude badhiya English dekho. Here hardly is used in the beginning and hardly goes with the conjunction than. Hardly always goes with the conjunction than. No, that's wrong. Hardly when. Actually the answer is another conjunction is when. Scarcely goes with the than. No sooner goes with the than. Scarcely goes with the than and also when. But hardly always goes with when. So, here koi. Hello.
Hello sir, good afternoon.
Good afternoon my boy. You just tell me.
Sir, hardly sir past tense used sir.
Now hardly is an adverb. hardly is an adverb, it has no tense, only your verb has a tense. केवल तुम क्रियापदर पिला टेंस अछि केमिति मानकर गो गोटी हला वर्ब जिबा गो को तुम प्रेजेंट सिंपल ले कहछो गो बा गोज जाए जाऊ जानती इज गोइंग आई एम गोइंग आर गोइंग प्रेजेंट प्रोग्रेसिव रे जाउछंती यस जाऊ जाउछंती जाउछि इत्यादि हैज गन हैव गन जाइछि जाइछंती एटसेट्रा वेंट पास सिंपल रे गले जाइथिले वाज गोइंग जाउथिला एगुडा कहउछि विभिन्न प्रकार टेंस फॉर्म सो योर टेंस कम्स फ्रॉम द वर्ब रु पिला टेंस आसे सो योर एडवर्ब हैज नो टेंस एडवर्ब होउछि केवल वर्ब को मॉडिफाई करे केमति वर्ब को मॉडिफाई करे देखो ही इज वॉकिंग यस और नो सो हियर इज वॉकिंग आर द वर्ब्स को टेंस अछि प्रेजेंट प्रोग्रेसिव से चालुछि इफ आई से ही इज वॉकिंग स्लोली से धीरे धीरे चालुछि सो हाउ इज ही वॉकिंग से केमिति चालुछि सो द आंसर इज स्लोली सो स्लोली इज द एडवर्ब व्हाई इज कॉल्ड एडवर्ब एडवर्ब मीन्स इट एड्स टू द मीनिंग ऑफ द वर्ब वर्ब रो मीनिंग वे ऐड करूची माने अधिक कहूची बा विशेषित करूची तेणु पिला हालनी रो कोनसी प्रकार टेंस नाही बिकॉज इट इज एन एडवर्ब ये केवल क्रिया विशेषण क्रियापद को आउ केतेक जगह एडजेक्टिव आउ केते जगह आउ गोटे एडवर्ब को से विशेषित करे केमिति द लेडी इज टू फैट सो फैट इज एन एडजेक्टिव हाउ मच फैट ना टू फैट सो फैट इज द एडवर्ब सेठी मॉडिफाई कला का फैट को बिकॉज फैट ऊपर तुम क्वेश्चन करछो हाउ मच फैट or to what degree is she fat? Answer is very fat, too fat, extremely fat, quite fat, exceedingly fat. So these are the adverbs. Adverb टा verb विषय कहे adjective विषय कहे आ गुडी adverb विषय कहे हालनी रो कोनसी प्रकार tense नाही because it is not a verb. Understand? Another next call. Okay. Okay. Hello. Okay. Hello.
हेलो
Hello.
हाँ
हाँ कुआरे मा Hello. Who am I speaking to? You please tell me your name first. Okay. Another. People worship. Hardly did the peon ring. This is the adverb clause. Remember. And what type of adverb clause? Adverb clause of time. Yes or no. And when the prayer began, this is the main clause. In that sense, you can use hardly in the beginning. When there is the clause pattern, पिला माने जतरे clause बोले खंड वाक्यर पैटर्न आसीबो तरा हालली पाखरे डट 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 when बसेइबो when रु तमरा आरंभ होई जिवो मेन क्लॉज बा इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉज बा प्रिंसिपल क्लॉज जाको ओडियार कहउछ मुख्य खंड वाक्य बा प्रधान खंड वाक्य ए ओके नेक्स्ट कॉल व्हाट इज द नेक्स्ट बॉय एट द गोल
सर नमस्कार
नमस्कार
मु विश्वजित नायक कोनी
विश्वजित नायक यू आर आवर रेगुलर पार्टिसिपेंट ऑफ दिस प्रोग्राम यू जस्ट टेल मी
Sir, good question. No sooner had he gone into the bank than one of the offer attacked him. So it hardly use कले कौन हो?
हाँ ठीक है तुम्हारा सेंटेंस टा कुमा आउथर मते कुहा कौन कहला no sooner
had he gone into the bank.
No sooner had he gone into the bank or to the bank?
Into the bank.
No, that is wrong. No sooner had he gone to the bank. Then
one of the robbers attacked him.
One of the robbers attacked him. तार अर्थ माटे भल करी बुझ ओके ता माने से कहउचे से बैंक को जीवा मात्रे गोटिए डकायत ताको आक्रमण कला एई द ता माने हियर देखो हियर द टू एक्शंस हैपन एट द सेम टाइम अतीत रे दुईटी कार्य एट ए टाइम हेतिला से बैंक को गला मात्रे रोबर्ट्स बोले डकायत ताको आक्रमण कला तुम्हार क्वेश्चन योर क्वेश्चन इज दैट वी वांट टू यूज हार्डली ठीक अछि हार्डली टा कोडी पिला व्यवहार करा जाय जेमति नो सुनर तेले तमरा ध्यान बसे नो सुनर टा होछि एडवर्ब क्लॉज ऑफ टाइम रो सबऑर्डिनेटर सेमति नो सुनर गुडी हार्डली बसई दबा हार्डली बट रिमेंबर ये क्वेश्चन टा पिला भूल अछि नो सुनर हाडी नुहे नो सुनर पाखरे सब बेले पास्ट सिंपल रो ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब बसे एटा तमे भूल कहिलो बा जोटी भी सुनिछ दैट इज रॉन्ग एटा होछि नो सुनर डिड ही गो कारण नो सुनर परे सब बेले पास्ट सिंपल रो ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब बसिबो डिड केबेले हार्ड बसिबनी ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब पास्ट परफेक्ट रो सो आंसर शुड बी हार्डली डिड सेम हार्डली डिड ही और एठी किंतु हार्डली पाकर हार्ड बा डिड बस परिबो केमिति हार्डली डिड ही गो और हार्डली हला कि हार्ड ही गन ओके गन तापरे टू द बैंक डट 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 तापरे डी ध्यान गुठी कर दबा हुएन ओके डट 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 जेमति तुम्हारा नो सुनर पाखरे ध्यान बसुची एल हार्डली पाखरे हुएन बसिबा उगो ओके हार्डली डिड ही गो जा हार्डली हार्डी गन सेया तुमे को सर ताले पार्थक्य कोन कारण प्रथम से बैंक को पशिला तापर रोबर्ट्स ताको अटैक कला आ तुम जदि दीटा टाइम एट ए टाइम धरिबो जे दीटा कार्य एट ए टाइम अतीत रे हितला ताले एठी डिड बसेबा आउरी भलो केमती हार्डली डिड ही गो टू द बैंक when the robbers attacked him or hardly had he gone to the bank when the robbers attacked him किंतु गोटिए कथा पिला रिमेंबर कर your no sooner goes with than hardly goes with when जत्ते बळे पिला नो सुनर बा हार्डली रु आरंभ करिवो रिमेंबर एगुडी का सब होची नेगेटिव एडवर्ब एटा तो होची द कंजक्शन एटा होची कंजक्शन ये मध्य होची हला के कंजक्शन किंतु जेहेतु हार्डली सहित व्हेन अछि माने इट इज द कंजक्शन एटा को कहा जाय एडवर्ब क्लॉज ऑफ टाइम सब बेले नो सुनर हार्डली परे पिला ऑक्सिलरी फॉर डीड को बसौथिबो पास्ट सिंपल रो मोस्टली इन मोस्ट केसेस वी यूज द ऑक्सिलरी फॉर डीड फॉर द पास्ट सिंपल क्वचित आमे हार्ड व्यवहार करू तनु नो सुनर देन हार्डली व्हेन ओके नेक्स्ट अनदर कॉल
सर मो बालेश्वर चित्रपति विधानसभा कहूली
हां बालेश्वर को पिला व्हाट्स योर नेम
सर मोर क्वेश्चन था होजी आई हैव हार्डली एनी मनी
आई हां आउथर को है अगेन रिपीट योर क्वेश्चन
आई हैव हार्डली एनी मनी
ओके आई हैव हार्डली एनी मनी द सेंटेंस इज करेक्ट
आई हैव हार्डली एनी मनी
हां द सेंटेंस इज करेक्ट तुम जदि हाली उठिया जाऊ छ तो
नहीं सर
ओके
ना नहीं सर हार्डली उठियो ने हार्डली टे को आगर बसिया पई जाऊ
हां एबा हाली बा एडवर्ब बससी
सर आगर बसिया पई माने जो सेंटेंस आगर
हां कोटा सेंटेंस
आगर बसिया होरा
सेंटेंस रो मूल रे सेंटेंस रो मूल रे आउटा क्लॉज दरकार जदि एमिति करि परिबो हां एमिति हे परिबो हार्डली हवाई एनी मनी हबो हाई हार्डली हवाई एनी मनी आकु इंग्लिश रे कह पिला इन्वर्सन ठीक अछि तो मोटा भलो जिंस जानलो आमे पिला मान को भलो जिंस सिखै परिबा हार्डली जते बेले देखो पिला हार्डली स्केयर्सली बेयरली स्केयर्सली एई एडवर्ब गुडा को वाक्य जते मूल रे बसैबो वाक्यटा इन्वर्सन हे जिवो इन्वर्सन मान को तमर जो यूजुअल सब्जेक्ट भर रूल कारण आवर वर्ब सिंपली कम्स आफ्टर द सब्जेक्ट सेटा को इन्वर्स कर दबो माने उल्टेई दबो केमिति ना हार्डली हवाई एनी मनी अंडरस्टैंड माय पॉइंट Yes, I have hardly any money means hardly have I any money. Something तुमे कहि परिबो father seldom goes to bed in the daytime. तमने seldom does father or hardly does father go to bed in the daytime. If I say the he can hardly see anything, the answer should be hardly can he see anything. Inverse कर दबो होगो hardly plus auxiliary verb or main verb plus a subject होगो एई पैटर्न पकई दबो hardly plus एटा हला main verb because this is the single verb जदि ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब थिबो सहायकारी क्रिया तर हार्डली प्लस डॉट डॉट ओके नेक्स्ट रीच अनदर पीपल वर्शिप गॉड टू राइज टू ए हायर प्लेन ऑफ लाइफ सो व्हाट इज द मिस्टेकन होमोफोन इन दिस सेंटेंस पीपल वर्शिप गॉड से कहूँ जीवन आहरी उच्चतर सोपान को जीवा पाई लोक माने ईश्वर को पूजा करती उपासना करती सो द मिस्टेक वर्ड इज कॉल्ड प्लेन द वर्ड इज कॉल्ड प्लेन The what is the mistaken or the given word plain plain so plain means even area or the flat area that is called samatala anchal and this is a noun because this is a naming word but the answer should be pla any plain this is also a noun so plain means progress plain means development a plane को पिला aeroplane कहबनी aero means air जो प्लेन टा एरो वाले एआर रे उड़े दैट इज आल्सो एरोप्लेन जागु उड़ा जहाज कहउछ बट हियर द मीनिंग इज टोटली डिफरेंट बिकॉज़ दिस वर्ड डायरेक्टली कम्स फ्रॉम योर टॉपिक ए पिलाटा तो टॉपिक रु आइछि सो योर प्लेन मींस प्रोग्रेस और डेवलपमेंट जागु तुमे कहउछ उन्नति बा विकास बा प्रगति अंडरस्टैंड माय पॉइंट तनु पिला मीनिंग ऊपर टिके बेसी गुरुत्व दउथिबो अनदर कॉल हेलो
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 हेलो सर मु जगतसिंहपुर कहतली
जगतसिंहपुर को आपला
सर 2 नंबर डबल आइटा
हां 2 नंबर डबल आई सही होमोफोन तो
सर आगे
लोसार
दी मूवी इज बेस्ड डैश लाइफ इंसिडेंट
हां कोडा से क्वेश्चन टा कोडी पिला को ह
एटा कोनटा हबो
ना कोडा कह तो ताल तमे निजे को
एटा कोनटा बसिबो
हां ठीक अछि मते को शीघ्र से क्वेश्चन टा को
दी मूवी इज बेस्ड
The movie means film or motion picture चलचित्र is dealt dash
a real life incident
dash a real life incident okay dot से कहू चलचित्र गोटे वास्तव जीवन घटना उपरे आधारित ये जो is dealt is followed by with. Understand? It is dealt because it is the past participle of deal. Deal ro third form ta hoji pila dealt. That is called verb 3 or past participle. When you describe something, एटी गोटा बुझ पिला खाली कहीदेले किसी हेनी. इट इज नॉट सफिशिएंट टू टेल यू द आंसर. इट इज वेरी इंपोर्टेंट फॉर यू टू नो व्हाई. सो डील विथ, रिमेंबर डील विथ मीन्स डिस्क्राइब. गोटा जिनस को तुम जो वर्णना कर दैट इज कॉल्ड डील विथ और नैरेट. आउ डील पाखरे इन कर जदि दैट मीन्स टू डू बिजनेस. तुम जदि कौन प्रकार व्यवसाय करूछ केमिति फादर डील्स इन सीमेंट, दैट मीन्स फादर डज द बिजनेस ऑफ सीमेंट. बापा सीमेंट बिक्री करुँच बापा होती डीलर. जे डील करे सी हूँ डीलर, जे बेपार करती सी बेपारी. आउ गोटा पिला अच्छी तुम डील आउट. हाँ, डील आउट मीन डिस्ट्रीब्यूट. डिस्ट्रीब्यूट माने बांटिबा. ओके, तो ये तुम वर्णना करने अर्थ अच्छी कौन सी वास्तव जीवन वास्तव घटना उपर आधारित. तेणु से क्षेत्र में पिला बसब डील विथ. ये डील पास्ट पार्टिसिपल डेल्ट. आउ कौन जमी द पोएम डील्स विथ द डिफरेंट फॉर्म्स ऑफ नेचर. So deals with mean describes, वर्णना करूची. Last, rich harvest is the result of hard labor. So it is the mistaken word is hard. The answer should be hard. So hard अर्थ ताल पिला कौन कहबो नेक्स्ट hard अर्थ होची I have a herd of cows. मोर गोठे गाई अछंती. So here herd means गोठे, जागु इंग्लिश रे कहउछ ग्रुप और टीम. गोठे TEEM टीम माने गोठ. एठी होची कोन कहिछि देख पिला जे rich harvest is the result of hard labor. So what is the meaning of hard? It is hard is the adjective and labor is a noun. So hard labor means कठिन परिश्रम जाकु painstaking labor कहा जाए. So the answer should be HARD, hard. Last two sentences. Folk dance and traditional music. folk dance अर्थ पिला कह जाए लोक नृत्य. ट्रेडिशनल म्यूजिक होची पारंपरिक बोले प्राचीन संग. यस, add to the festive here. So answer should be AIR. AR माने एनवायरनमेंट बोले परिवेश. लास्ट आंसर people throng. throng अर्थ होची क्राउड, बहु संख्या रे आसंती त्रिपुरा to enjoy cultural programs and fairs. So fairs should be FAIRS. फेयर्स अर्थ होची मेला. दिस इज ए नाउन. ताकू मेला कहीं कह जाइछि किछि कारण लोक माने सेठी मिलित हुअंती. तेन कह द आंसर शुड बी FAIRS फेयर्स. आउ FARES फेयर्स हेले सेटा हे जिवो तमरो कोन कहलो ट्रेन फेयर, बस फेयर, जाहाकू हला कि भड़ा तुमे कहूछ. So with this I just came to an end with the discussion of the two very vital what vocabulary exercises, that is the use of hardly, another the use of a proper homophones. If situation comes, if fortune comes, if OSSTA gives us another day to discuss you, definitely I will complete the rest of the topic from the new chapter, that means vocabulary exercise from the Northeast Odisha or festivals of Northeast Odisha. With this I simply come to an end of this topic, and I also we pray to God that you simply do more and more labor so that you can get huge success when you take up the examination in 2021. With this, have a good day, dear my boys and children. Thanks.